The vote that could end the shutdown happens today. What time will it happen? What are the expectations? I've got you covered in this video. We're also going to be live streaming the event. We're also going to talk about that XRP ETF that went live. But remember, there was one before it, and it was a big nothing burger. We'll talk a massive pump and dump, bringing your crypto off the exchanges into cold storage, and
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
We're going to start it off with Polymarket, where we've got two polls you need to see. What day will the government shutdown end? Well, guess what? We've got big percentages right now on today, November 12th, with the 13th being the next one. Now, that XRP ETF, yeah, it's going to go live. There ain't no way the SEC can get it done in time. And look at the odds for this. Getting done between the 12th and the 15th have now skyrocketed to 98%. So there's little worries out there about the Democrats slowing it down. We'll get into that further, but first, you know the deal. Your comments. Why? Because you, the viewer, matter most. Starting us off is Lee Anderson. Says that's the best sound, stud. You're like, what sound? We'll get into it. Come on, now I'm not going to give it to you right away. Says, yes, you can't beat the sound of a pump action. That's coming from Game Hunting Australia. Unless it's XRP pump action. That was actually really good. Well done there. Cheers for the content, mate. Keep it coming. That's right. I had a little bit of shoddy pump fun. Actually, do you want to hear the sound? Best sound in the world, unless it's your wife. No, Klaus. What if Theory says, do you think the SEC would have shut down the XRP ETF if it was open? There really isn't a reason to, unless we're going with the SEC just hates XRP. And if that's the case, what about the 20 other ETFs or XRP? If the SEC was open, they most definitely would have shut down the ETFs. Why? They've shut down every one before because we haven't had regs yet for those assets. That's the big problem. So every freaking ETF that has any altcoin in it, outside of ETH and BTC, the SEC is shot down. Last month, HBAR ETF shot down. That was while I was in Guatemala. That's right. I bring you the news whether I'm home or abroad. Bitcoin 104,891, ETH is 3576. We got a little bit of a buffer in the market right now, but I think the market is holding their breath, fearing that the Democrats will either go filibuster or they'll drag it out even longer. XRP at 244 while Sol's at 160. ADA no love there at 57 cents and Doge is at 17. I know you're going to ask me about HBAR, 18.4 cents. Well, XLM is under 30 cents at 29.38. Altcoin season? No, we're still BTC dominant, 29 out of 100. Volume 151 billion. I'm expecting the volume to move quite a bit today while the Dems go at it, especially if we start seeing some problems with them, with the votes. Now remember, the House works on simple majority. 400 people show up, you only need 201 people to move it. If 100 people show up, you only need 51 votes to move it. It's not like the Senate where you needed 60%. This just needs simple majority to make it move. So what's going on? Well, at 4 o'clock today is when they should be having all of the votes, okay? They're going to start the proceedings at around noon. I expect a lot of crappy debating. I might cover it, but I do have a really hard training session that I need to get done, a couple dad duties I got to get done. So I will at least cover the votes, all right? Just throwing it out there. That's what we're going to do today at 4 o'clock, getting ready in about 6 hours. Live stream. This is the thumb you want to look for. I will have the live linked in the description below. So what's going on? Well, we are at what, everyone? Day 43 of the shutdown as the House returns Wednesday for the first time since September 19th. And you're like, but bro, the House already voted to stop the shutdown. Yeah, that was for the House's bill. That went to the Senate. The Senate modified it, and now the House has to vote on it again. I know, frustrating, isn't it? House set to end the shutdown as Republicans claim victory. Basically, what the Republicans are saying is, we've counted the votes, we've got enough to make it through, we just have to deal with people grandstanding, a little bit of Maxine grandstanding. We understand that. And the filibuster. That's the other problem, too, if they can get around the filibuster. This is what he said. He says, it was really a shutdown about nothing. I mean, we're voting on effectively what was offered to them several weeks back, Speaker Johnson said on Monday. Still, Democrats think the shutdown helped their side by highlighting the GOP's position on healthcare. are pointing to sweeping wins in off-year elections last week and vowing to keep that debate alive heading into next year's midterm elections, where they see healthcare as a boon in their campaign prospect. So this fight continues. That's from House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. And over the last several weeks, we've successfully elevated the healthcare issue such that American people are demanding action. Yeah, but when you had like Biden in the office, right, why didn't you guys go for action then? That's what I don't understand. It's only a topic if it matters with votes for some reason. Johnson hopes to clear the bill through the lower chamber on Wednesday evening, 2 days after it squeaked through the Senate, with just enough votes to defeat a Democratic filibuster. And remember, this is expected to pass today. Then it has to go to Trump to get it signed. For the XRP ETF, yo, we should be good to go. Eleanor Tourette's dropping some knowledge on us. Her information's linked down below. Says the regs shares XRPR ETF came in first under the Investment Company 1940 Act with partial spot XRP exposure. Partial spot XRP exposure. The Canary Capital one, which is set to go live tomorrow. Approval tomorrow, trading actual first day on Friday, okay? Approval tomorrow, first day trading on Friday. But the Canary Funds is set to launch for the first Pure Play 33 Act, 100% XRP, nothing else ETF. So this is one of the big ones that we're waiting for. The Canary Capital one that, again, gets automatic approval tomorrow and then launches on Friday. JP Morgan pilots JPMD deposit token on Base. Oh, the same JP Morgan that tells you that crypto sucks is using crypto. According to a recent report by Bloomberg, JP Morgan Chase has advanced its digital asset strategy by piloting the issuance of JPMD, a USD deposit token on Base, the Ethereum. They picked Base? And Ethereum Layer 2? Come on now. This initiative, led by the firm's blockchain business unit Connexus, is the bank's first foray into a public blockchain and is designed to provide institutional clients with a compliant and efficient alternative to stablecoins. So if all of a sudden you see some JPMD available to buy, guess what? That's a scam, because this is for institutional clients. Now, y'all know about Franklin Templeton and their Benji token, right, Stellar fans? Bro, Franklin Templeton, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars with Benji on the Stellar chain. Ooh, Benji this, Benji that. Well, guess what? Franklin Templeton now is whoring out its Benji token to the Canton network. Franklin Templeton expands Benji to the Canton network, enhancing Canton Coin's tokenized asset role. Oh. See, Franklin Templeton and others out there are going to put their stuff on any chain that makes them money. Plain and frickin' simple. Franklin Templeton integrates with Canton Network for tokenized assets. They're going to operate on a private network designed for regulated institutions. This expansion enables seamless issuance and settlement of tokenized funds for blah, 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 blah. So there's Franklin Templeton whoring themselves out to multiple people. But bro, with Stellar, no, it didn't give Stellar people any price action. XLM didn't moon because of Franklin Templeton. It didn't do crap to the Stellar chain. Arthur Hayes is saying, yo, take your ZCASH off the exchanges and put it in self-custodied wallets. I mean, whatever profits you got left from the pump, look at this. ZCASH, right? Way up there in the big sevens and now down to 473. In fact, we saw a low of this yesterday, 426. That is a massive erosion there for ZCASH. Again, another illustration of what everyone, the pumps and the dumps in market. We saw these same pumps with the HBAR ETF. Hopefully we don't see it with the XRP ETF. And look at the volume starting to shrink. And this is the whole thing. This is what we've seen time and time again with crypto. Things roar. People play the holding, trying to catch a drop and knife game, and then they bounce out onto something else that's hot. Volume down 65% to 1.8 billion. Compare that to the entire market where it's only down 18%. You could see a bunch of Zcash players have fled. Now XRP, all right, we've gotten a little rebound from yesterday's action, but this is still a chart that we're not like super interested in. I mean, look at this. Definite oscillations. This is the 1 month chart. 1 year chart, okay, not bad. We're kind of dwindling back down to the $2 support level, which really, really sucks because we wanted the $3 support level. Volume's at $4 billion, so not bad, but not as high as it has been. Would be nice, just saying, throwing it out there. Granddaddy Perp. Sorry, just getting a little mixed up today. But XRP ETF, will we get the boost from it? And remember, like Eleanor said, this is the first one that is XRP 100%, nothing else. Where the Rec Shares one was a partial XRP spot exposure. So are we going to have another pumperoni and dumperoni? Will we be able to get the government to shut down to end today? Most players in Polymarket are thinking yes. And to be honest with you, it's what we need. Why? Because there's way more pain going on as this shutdown continues. So we're going to keep our eyes and ears open. And remember, at 4 p.m. today, they start voting. We're going to cover it live. We already got people in the chat, and I'll see you there. Big day in the house today, leading into what? Canary Capital action tomorrow, with it going live on Friday. The problem with the crypto market is we've seen what? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Same thing with ZCASH. Same thing with XRP prices. What? As we saw that it was passing the Senate. It passes the Senate, the market pumps it up. Then when the news hits, yep, we sold right on off. Pumps and dumps in crypto. Pumps and what? Well, this is just pump action, if you get what I'm saying. So XRP and the alts right now are waiting to see what happens. Will the Republicans have enough votes to stop the filibuster? Because they could drag that on and on and on. How many people are going to be fighting the passage of the continuing resolution in the House? Will crypto be burdened from it? Or will we pump because now we finally have time to go and work on regs? But remember, they waited too long. That XRP ETF from Canary should be a go. And remember, that's the first 100% spot XRP ETF. ZCASH reminds us all that the market is about pumps and dumps. No, I'm not going to do the shotgun sound again. No, I think I've done that enough. But that's the thing. We've seen it with frickin' everything. I know ICP holders are thinking the same thing. Bro, it's pumps and dumps. ETH, we've seen it every time she roars, touches some big numbers, she comes right back on down. We need the regs, everyone. And the first step to getting regs is getting the government to open back up. Choo-choo what? Well, you know the deal. The sign behind me says it. Oh, bro, I can't read. I'll read it out loud. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo bitches.